Hello Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Leo, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Leo, let's get started. How does Leo currently view this relationship for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? All right, Leo. So we do have the Queen of Wands, we also have the Queen of Cups, and then we also have the Justice card out here. For some of you, you could very well be connecting with an Aries, possibly a Cancer, maybe even a Libra. It doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but the bottom of the deck, we do have the Six of Cups, we also have the Moon, and then we also have the King of Wands. So I do want to look at this Justice card a little bit more, but it kind of looks like you made a decision here about this King of Wands like energy, okay? And it's with somebody that, you know, you do have history with. It's definitely with someone that you were once upon a time romantically involved with or still are romantically involved with. But it just kind of looks like you made a decision about this King of Wands. So let's look a little bit more into the Justice card just to kind of see what's going on. Tell me more about the Justice card. Okay, so we have the, we have the King of Cups, we got the Seven of Swords, we got the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the Ten of Cups. So in regards to this decision that you recently made in reference to this King of Wands like energy, which you guys are showing up, by the way, as a true pair twice. We have the King and the Queen of Wands with the King and the Queen of Cups. So you guys are very compatible to one another. But anyways, in regards to this decision that you recently made here, about this King of Wands like energy, I think that you're accepting, you know, the fact that this person in particular is never going to change and or take you and this dynamic that they share with you seriously is basically what I'm getting. Now, with all of that being said, it kind of looks like you're very determined to reciprocate that same old energy back to them in return is basically what I'm gathering. In other words, if they refuse to take you in this dynamic that they share with you seriously, you're going to do the exact same thing. If this person's going to sit up here and lie to you all the time, well, you're going to sit up here and lie to them all the time. It's basically what I'm getting. I just kind of feel like this is you wanting to reciprocate that same old energy that this person gives you back in return. It's basically what I'm getting. I feel like you're done. Yeah, I feel like you're done doing right by them in this dynamic that you share with them, especially when they themselves can't even reciprocate that, you know, same old energy back to you in return. So with that being said, it just kind of looks like, you know, from this point on, you're just deciding to reciprocate that same old energy that they basically give you in return. It's kind of like two could play this game, but you could play it better type of deal that I'm seeing here. But how does this person currently view this relationship with Leo? So we have the Ace of Cups, we got the Page of Wands, and then we also have the Strength card out here. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Six of Cups, and then we also have the Sun out here. Interesting. In regards to how this person is currently viewing you in this dynamic that they share with you, you know, this person's under the impression that all is well, you know, between the two of you. I don't think this person's under the impression that something's wrong, you know, between you and them, even though when I look at you and your energy, it's pretty evident to me that something clearly is not right. I don't know if you recently found something out or what the case may be, but I just kind of see you in this energy of, okay, if this person's gonna like, you know, if this person's going to refuse to change, well, then I'm going to start changing the way that I am with them, which doesn't necessarily mean a good thing because I don't necessarily feel like it does mean a good thing. So clearly something's not right, okay? I don't feel like you're perceiving this relationship, you know, as a relationship, you know, between you and them where everything is all good, because it doesn't look like everything is all good. But when I look at them and their energy, you know, this person kind of comes off to me as somebody who, for the most part, thinks everything's perfectly fine. You know, between the two of you, all is good between you and them. No complaints coming from this person whatsoever. You know, I think that you are somebody who makes this person very happy. I also think that this is somebody who, you know, feels like things between the two of you have been, you know, looking for the most part pretty good between you and them. Little do they know, you know what I mean? How you're essentially feeling on your end. But let's see how you're currently feeling. How does Leo currently feel? I feel like you're going to start doing things. I feel like you're going to start doing things in this relationship that basically makes you happy, but there's something about what you want to go off and do that's going to essentially make you happy that's probably going to rub this person to the right of me, you know, the wrong way. But to be honest, I just don't even think that you care. I don't think that you care if it rubs this person the wrong way. I don't think that you know, care if this person doesn't like it, to be completely honest. Like I said, if this person can't take you or this dynamic that they share with you seriously, it kind of looks like you're going to turn around and do the exact same thing. So whatever this thing is that you want to go off and do, I do think it's something that would bring a lot of happiness and joy into your life, but I also think it's something that's going to piss them off / rub them the wrong way. I do feel like that's something that you are well aware of. Not entirely sure what you want to go off and do, but whatever it is that you want to go off and do, it's something that you know at the end of the day is going to piss this person off and rub them the wrong way. But I feel like this person does things to piss you off and rub you the wrong way. So, you know, what's the point? That's how you're looking at this entire situation. Like, what's the point of you avoiding things that could potentially upset this person or rub them the wrong way when they clearly don't do that for you, if that makes any sense? How does this person currently feel? All right, so we do have the Chariot, we do have the Temperance card, and then we also have the Three of Cups out here. So in regards to how this person is currently feeling about you and this dynamic that they share with you, I can't emphasize this enough. When this person looks at you in their relationship with you, I keep getting the same old for this person. It's like this person feels like things are finally heading in the right direction. It kind of looks like this person finally feels like the two of you are finally getting along and just all is well, right? Between you and this person to the right of me. I keep getting that for them. So I don't know, like, I don't know, because when I look at your energy, it really does clash with their energy. And when I look at their energy, it really does clash with your energy. Like I said, I don't know if you recently found something out or what the case may be, and this is what's influencing you to harness this energy of wanting to reciprocate that same old energy back to them in return. But I don't know, something's just not adding up here. I'm gonna be honest, Leo, something's just not adding up here. The only thing that I can think of is that maybe you recently found something out and this is what's causing you to fall into this energy, and you're just not, you know, having a conversation with them about it. Because every time I look at this person, their energy, they view you and this dynamic that they share with you as a relationship that, you know, for the most part is, you know, heading in the right direction and things are looking really good between the two of you and you guys are getting along and you guys are not fighting or arguing about anything. Like, this person, you know, genuinely does feel like things are just getting better, honestly, between you and this person, but you don't necessarily feel like that's the case. You don't feel like things are getting better between you and this person, nor do you feel like this person's putting in the effort to basically change, which is causing you to change the way that you are with them, but not necessarily in a good way. All right, what actions will Leo take towards this person or moving forward? So we do have the World, we got the Five of Wands, and then we also have the Page of Wands. Whatever this thing is that you're about to go off and do that you know is going to piss them off, that you know is going to rub them the wrong way, I do see it sparking a really big fight / argument between the two of you. I am definitely getting that. I don't feel like you're going to be totally shocked or surprised by this big fight / argument that's going to take place between, you know, you and this person. I think it's safe to say that you definitely saw this one coming, because you knew at the end of the day, if you go off and do X, Y, and Z, it's going to piss them off and it's going to rub this person the wrong way. Like I said, it looks like because they refuse to change, you're going to change the way that you are with them, which, like I said, it is going to create a big fight / argument between the two of you and a whole lot of tension. All right, what actions will this person take towards Leo are moving forward? So we do have the Emperor, we do have the Page of Pentacles, and then we also have the Ace of Wands out here. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Nine of Swords, and then we also have the Hierophant. Yeah, when it comes down to whatever this thing is that you want to go off and do, not only do I see it sparking a really big fight / argument between the two of you, but it also has them very worried and very concerned about their relationship with you for whatever reason, which is something that I do want to kind of look into a little bit more. I do want to look into that a little bit more. Whatever this thing is that you want to go off and do, I don't know, like it just has them very worried and concerned about like their relationship with you, as well as like losing you, and what they've been able to essentially build with you thus far. I am definitely getting that. I don't know what this thing is that you want to go off and do, but whatever it is that you want to go off and do all of a sudden, I do feel like it's raising a major red flag for this person. It's something that's definitely out of your character slash out of your norm. I am getting that. So whatever this thing is that you're deciding to go off and do, you're just springing all of this on them. It's something that you typically don't do. You see what I mean? It's something that you typically don't do. So right off the bat, it is going to raise a massive red flag for this person. Obviously, it is going to definitely raise a massive red flag because you're doing something out of your character. You're doing something out of your norm. You're doing something that's just completely and utterly out of your routine to go off and do anyways. So the fact that you're deciding to randomly go off and do something, not only is it concerning them, but it is rubbing them the wrong way, and it's causing them, you know, to become very worried and very concerned about their relationship with you. Let's look at that Nine of Swords energy. Tell you more about the Nine of Swords. Yeah, this person's very worried and concerned about losing you. So whatever this thing is that you want to go off and do, Leo, it just causes them to think that they're 2.5 seconds, you know what I mean, from like losing you. I'm not entirely sure what this thing is that you want to go off and do, but whatever this thing is that you do want to go off and do, it is causing them to feel, you know, like they're 2.5 seconds from basically losing you for good. Whatever this thing is that you want to go off and do though, Leo, I feel like this person is going to try to like stop you. I am getting that. Like I feel like this person is going to try to stop you from going off and doing whatever this thing is that you want to go off and do. Again, I'm not entirely sure what this thing is that you want to go off and do, but they're going to try to stop you. I am definitely getting that from going off and doing whatever this thing is that you want to go off and do, because it's causing them to feel like, I don't know, like they're about to lose you in some way, shape, or form, just based off of whatever this thing is that you want to go off and do. You know, at first, when it comes down to whatever this thing is that you want to go off and do, I do feel like they're gonna try their hardest to like, I guess, be supportive. Yeah, I guess be supportive. But I feel like, you know, over time, you know, once they start really thinking long and hard about, you know, this thing that you want to go off and do, I think that that's when, you know, this person is going to come in and try to stop you from doing whatever this thing is that you want to go off and do with your life, is basically what I'm getting. Because it just causes them to feel like, you know, they're being put in a predicament to potentially lose you, and they're not trying to go through all of that either. Again, not entirely sure what the hell you want to go off and do, but I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of what you could be doing on your end, but I know for sure whatever it is that you are doing on your end, you know it's going to get a rise out of this person. You know it's going to piss them off. You know they're not going to be okay with it. You already know. You already know. Like, this is something that you definitely saw coming, you know, as far as them not being okay with whatever it is that you want to go off and do. Yeah. This person does come off to me as somebody who is very, very worried and concerned about losing you, especially to someone else. I am specifically getting that. So I don't know what this thing is that you want to go off and do, but I feel like whatever it is that you do want to go off and do, I think that this person is very worried and concerned that in some way, shape, or form, if you do go off and do whatever this thing is that you want to do, or if they allow you to go off and do whatever this thing is that you want to go off and do, that in some way, shape, or form, I guess, you know, you're going to meet somebody else and like leave them for said person, I guess. Like, that's kind of how it's like kind of coming off to me anyways. That's what they're worried about, that if they allow you to go and do whatever this thing is that you want to go off and do, that you're going to meet somebody else and you're going to leave them for like that someone else, is basically what I'm getting. Now, to be honest, it really doesn't look like, I don't know, Leo, it just doesn't look like you plan on stopping. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Like, I think that given everything that this person has essentially put you through, you're just getting started, to be completely honest. I feel like you have every intentions of getting back at this person, is basically what I'm getting. And it looks like you're just getting started, and it also looks like they can't handle it, and you're just getting started now. Like, you're just getting started, and it kind of looks like they already can't handle it. So prepare this person to try to stop you from doing whatever this thing is that you want to go off and do. I mean, I see you doing it either which way. Yeah, I see you doing it either which way. But again, it's more of that you reciprocating that same old energy that they've been giving you in return. This person has done a lot of things that they knew would bring tension and conflict, you know, to this relationship, but they turned around and did it anyways. So I see you doing that, you know, as well. You know, even though you know this thing that you want to go off and do is going to create a lot of tension and conflict between the two of you, and it's going to rub them the wrong way, you won't turn around and fucking do it anyways, because you're not doing anything to them that they haven't done to you already. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.